Hey guys, Eddie from the 11 World here.
DJ
Eddie.
And today I'm doing a quick review on the Hercules Starlight. This is a basically beginner's DJ controller, and they sent it to me to test it out and see what my feedback is. So let's get to it. Okay, so some things I should mention actually just about it. They're marketing this as entry-level DJ controllers, but I think this is actually very promising. I've been kind of looking to buy something like this, and I mentioned in my comment that I'm liking the shift button on it, even though I don't know exactly what all the functions are going to be able to do with it. But yeah, so let's see. Just running through some of the specs. This is 24-bit audio resolution, and yeah, it's Windows and Mac, I guess. Basically, it hooks up to your speakers and your USB to your computer, and you got an out, like a 3.5 mil to your speakers or whatever. Yeah, so, and a headphone jack. Manual and some other book stuff here. The USB and the controller, and we don't need this. Okay, so this is it. Awesome. I like the size of it. It's very nice and light. It's not heavy, and seems to be all plastic built. Nice jog wheels. Yeah, okay, so let's see. This is where you have the master out, so it goes to your speakers or mixer or whatever, and USB on the side here. It's the micro USB. Not micro, actually mini, sorry. And your headphone jack goes here. So let me just pull up my laptop, and this comes with, or I guess you can just download the Serato DJ Lite. The Lite version is what it will use. So and today. Okay, so I've already gone ahead and installed Serato Lite on this computer, even though I have the Pro that came with my hardware. I've got a DJ 808 for now, for those who've seen me, and follow me, I guess, around. This is a small speaker. I've also done a quick review on this one before. You can check out the video. I'll link it up in the description below. And I'll put links for this one if you want to buy it, I guess Amazon or whatever. And yeah, there's like I said, there's 3 of them that came out, and this is the smallest one. So let's launch Serato Lite, and my headphones here. Oh, sorry, backwards. So something I actually didn't know about this when I first got it was that the bottom strip here, which is, you'll see, there is like 4 lights, and I'll turn it around once it's on. And that kind of gives a really nice cool LED type thing in the bottom that goes with the beat. I think there's a few settings in here for that. So let's see. I'm in Serato Lite right now, and I've, let's see here. So in the, actually, maybe I have to hook it up first. So let's see. I'm going to hook it up, and you could probably see it's going to do a little flash or something like that. See that? Nice. Okay, so it seems to be connected. Yeah, I'm in. And now I'm going to go into the settings. Now you'll see a mixer section, which wasn't available once this wasn't connected. So you got a crossfader setting here. I'm going to take a picture of this maybe later on too, to show you guys linear and power, whatever. Reverse, Q volume, Q mix, and output to stereo or mono, and the lighting control. That's what it is. So you have on off, beat fade, beat flash, master volume, wave form color, and cue point countdown. So nice. I think I'm gonna just leave it at the default there, beat fade, and we'll get out of the settings and let's play some stuff. So for copyright purposes, and this has been bothering me a lot lately, I'm gonna just use something I made a while back. Let's see here. Hopefully it's, yeah. Oops. Okay, so one thing I noticed just right away is that there isn't a way to actually scroll through your library and load tracks. So that's kind of a bummer. I actually didn't notice this when I first saw the promo ad for this. It was like 30-second YouTube ad. So yeah, like I said, I'm kind of bummed about that part, but hopefully, I mean, this is the thing, because you're using light version of Serato, there isn't a way to kind of do MIDI mapping or anything like that. I would have liked to have that, but I mean, I have the pro version, but I would have to like activate a trial version for this just to run it, and it's a big mess. But I'll probably do it at some point later on just to see what because I don't want to run this always in the trial version. But I guess because it's hardware based, my copy of the pro version here, it might not work unless I actually buy it as is. Anyways, so something I thought I should mention. So, if you're not familiar with your shortcuts on the computer, maybe get used to it. And like I said, I'm doing here. So up and down scrolls the library once you're in there, and then shift left loads the track one, shift right loads deck B, and shift control up and down loads the crates. That's most likely whatever you're gonna need. If you want to do a search for a song, Control F. If you want to prepare, Control P. So that's on Windows. I guess on the Mac would be Command and P and Command F and so on. Yeah, so I don't know how loud this is. Let's turn the speaker on. So I forgot to mention something actually, which is this unit is actually USB powered. So it is just plug and play to your laptop, and that's it. You don't need an adapter or anything like that. Now, I'm going to be testing this in an actual live event environment, or at least after the event is over, or maybe before while I'm doing sound check, just so I can actually see the true loudness and how this actually functions in a big venue. So. So you're not going to get the true volume out of this because it's coming out of a small speaker, but at least it'll give you an idea of how this whole works. Okay, so let's see here. You got your cue points, and you got, let's see here. Turn it down just a little bit. You can go to your effects with Shift hotkey, and then that triggers the effects. And in Light, for example, there's only 6 effects: high pass filter, low pass filter, flanger, echo, reverb, and phaser. That's all you get. And basically with the 1, 2, 3 is that it just turns it on and off. So you can see that low pass. You can adjust it, I guess, on the computer, but it's just there. And then this kind of just goes through beats. So 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16, 1/16, and so on. So I'm just gonna leave it back at 1, so you can see. And you got the bass and filter knob here. So let's turn this up so you can kind of hopefully hear it. So cut the bass right there. Now it's a lot of bass. Turn it actually. I'm gonna turn it back up a little bit more. See? Now this turns it into the filter. Okay, so, and then you can go to the sampler. So I'm gonna go sampler. I'm just gonna turn this off for now. So with my sampler, I'm gonna actually, it's weird that with the light version, you can have the sampler and the effects window open at the same time. But anyway, I guess that's just my thing. So yeah. So it's nice and responsive. they're plastic. They're not like those nice MPC style pads, but you know, they do the job and so on. And you know, so I'll play along, I guess, with the song. Go back to hot cues. Move it up. Shift. You see how like when I'm playing it, it's not. It doesn't seem like I'm pressing at the exact, like the responsiveness is almost not there, or maybe it's just me, I'm not used to it. I'm used to a bit more softer feel, but these are, I mean, they're still good, like don't get me wrong, they're decent, especially for the controller and for the price you're paying. This is like, I think under $100 US, 79 or something like that, and I'm sure it's going to get probably cheaper as time goes, but I mean, really, this is under $100, anybody can afford this. And I think you can actually do a whole event with something like this. It's nice that it's very compact. Like, look at this. It just sits on my laptop. Check that out. Yeah. So, anybody can afford this. I don't think anyone who wants to be a DJ doesn't have $100. And yeah, so I mean, look at the size of this. I love that it's so compact. Like, it just fits right there. I mean, it sucks in a way that I have to use my mouse, so I can't really just keep it here. But, you know, that would be so sweet if I can just do this and like, wow, what a compact setup, man. I love it. And yeah, let's put this back and get some of these cables away. Yeah. What else here? So, sampler I've talked about. There's a loop section here where it's just, okay, let's play it again and see. I'm gonna try to loop something here. So this extends it. Actually, they all kind of extend. Oh, I see. Okay, so basically it's like it loops through 1 bar, 2 bar, 3, 4, and 8 bars. That's what it's doing. I mean, I don't mind this. I think it's nice. I would probably like to see something. I guess it's more for DJs who like do the EDM and they want to cut down the, you know, like. Anyway, I would like to see maybe 2 of these for the loop and 2 do something else. But anyway, I think it's good as is. Don't get me wrong. I think so far the only thing I would have liked to see, first, actually, I would just want to say shift button. Nice. Thank you, Hercules. You guys are awesome. I think this feature alone just that makes this into another level, because all of a sudden you got like so many more functions that you can use. Forgot to mention vinyl button here, which basically you can scratch. So if I yeah. So yeah, nice. Actually, they're nice and responsive. I didn't think they would be that good, but yeah. What else here? So you got your master, Q master and Q mix. I guess that's with the probably with the shift, because it's got that there. So I can, you know, get my tracks ready. You got a nice tempo fader here. So let's see how fast this goes. Okay, so from 105, it's going down to 97, and then up to 114. Probably like 5%, maybe a little bit more. Anyway, I don't think, I mean, this would have been nice if you can shift and do something else with it, but I don't think so. You know what? I think I'm asking too much from like under $100 controller. So I think I keep trying to compare this to my Roland 808 controller, which is like a full-on controller. So, you know, I may be getting carried away with some stuff, but, you know, it's one of those things where I just wanted to kind of use the computer a little bit less. most of the time, I think when you're using something like this, you're gonna be like right there with your PC, so it's not a big deal. Like I can just go up and down and load some more tracks here and so on. So I think that's not an issue. So yeah, I think I've gone through everything here. Oh yeah, you can do the outer thing, and that basically just, so I think it kind of like nudges the track a little bit. Yeah, actually forward and backward here. Reverse. You got your sync button. Maybe I'll try to play something else that isn't. I don't want to like play something that's popular and have this whole video get blocked and nobody can see it, because sucks. Drums, beats. Oh, I should have played something like from YouTube, like one of those free things. But you know what? You guys get the point. Sync, I'm sure it works. And basically you can shift sync off. And same thing, Q button, you can shift and click it to go back to the beginning of the track. Stutter. Oh yeah, I loaded something else in there. I don't know what the hell that is. Let's see. I gotta go back maybe to that song. So as is, like the Serato Lite software is actually very capable. It's not like anything, let me load it to this side here. It's nothing that like you can actually probably play through a whole event. So yeah, I think I've talked pretty much about everything. Let me show you guys the backlit stuff in the bottom. So if I'm playing something here, see that? They're just nice, like 4 LEDs that are doing this whole thing, and I think it's a really nice touch. Actually, I'm a fan of this kind of stuff. Anything to bring more of a like pro type show thing, I'm down for it. Like I think this is really great. I think my biggest issue with it is that I have to use the PC to kind of actually go through the tracks one by one. That would have been nice if I can MIDI map something in here. Like maybe this bass filter. I mean, I don't know if you guys don't use it enough, but it was like if it was like a full-on rotary thing, not like where it doesn't stop, that would have been nice. But I think just adding like one more instead of this bass filter and being in the center, this could have been maybe on one side, and a knob or something else would have been here, like where you, or actually let's say 2 small buttons here. I guess these are suggestions I'm throwing out here. So where you load it to each side, like deck 1, deck 2, and the rotary knob can be something like that here, or maybe even on one side. I don't know. The layout can be some other way, but this bass filter could have easily been somewhere else. Yeah, I think, again, I'm just throwing things where I want it to function more like a full-on controller, but this is really, really good for what you're using it for. It's an entry level. It's gonna get somebody to learn how to DJ, hopefully. And in my opinion, like what I would use it for, I'm gonna basically try to get it to where I'm gonna set up my events. Like, so I'm gonna put cue points and do all this kind of stuff, and just maybe like get familiar more with my library, because there's times where I like download and get a whole bunch of songs, and I don't even have time to listen to every song and so on. So this would kind of make me sit there and actually do it anywhere. I could be in a coffee shop and just throw on my headphones and my lap. This is it. That's all you need, like right here. This is so nice, like honestly. And $100, nothing. That's really, really nothing. If somebody's starting out now, there's nothing wrong with this. This is actually very, very good. It's under $100. You can't go wrong, honestly. So yeah, I think there's nothing else I can talk about here, but if there's any questions you guys have, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to answer everything I can. Thank you, Hercules. I think it was Lauren who actually basically reached out to me on Instagram and kind of told me about this after my comment. So yeah, thank you guys for this. I think it's very sweet. I'm gonna definitely play around with it some more. So if you guys are new here, I put new content here. I try to put it anyways once a week, but sometimes there's things like in between. Anyways, if you like this video, thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe, actually, because there's a lot more stuff coming about this and many more things. You can see my channel, see what I'm all about. I do a bunch of different things here, tutorials, reviews, and so on. And yeah, don't forget that bell icon. If you want to reach my DJ channel,
Eddie.
I put out a lot of mixes there and remixes now, hopefully. I put out one so far. Yeah, so that's going to be also in the link below, and then maybe put it on the screen here. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.